Hey guys, Ron here, and today we're going to be watching my first ever True Green 7 video. This is the first Pokemon video I put on this channel, and I didn't put a Pokemon video after this for like another almost a year. This is before I even thought I was going to become True Green 7. Although I had the name because the name was I came up with the name before I even decided to make Pokemon related content. So the name was the name of the channel before I even tried to become a PokeTuber. I want to experience this with you guys for so many reasons. First, because I want you guys to appreciate the evolution in style and content creation, because it really does, my style does evolve and it gets better and better. I do not like watching anything that I made a year ago, even though a year ago I loved what I made. That shows you how much I really try to just step up in quality almost every month. I try to just find something new to put in my videos that could stay and something that you guys would love. But this video is the cringiest thing it's the cringiest thing on the internet. I don't understand why people watch it. Every time someone comments on it, I'm like, why? I even put here when we're gonna start watching, I put an annotation that just says, guys, don't watch this. This sucks. I mean, I can play here right now. Oh, I press the annotation and it sends me to this video, actually. My top favorite Pokemon of each type. Because that's a way better video. I don't want anybody to watch this. This is my first video ever. Don't watch it. Click here to check out my new version of this list. This is obviously not my usual content. Don't even think that this is going to be my usual content. But if you guys want more, I'll make more. Maybe I'll watch my worst designs video, which is the video that came after this. And that's the first video really that I made while knowing that I wanted to become a PokeTuber. So let's start this. This should be fun. Make sure everything's recorded. Okay. This music's actually by Yoshi Dude.
Hey everybody, it's your friend True Green 7, and I just thought that my ideal first Pokemon video would present my top 10.
Oh, but let's actually go back. You like my old logo? This is the first piece of 2D animation I ever did, actually. But this was the old logo. If to anybody who remembers that, it was like the logo for like 6 months until I learned how to make a good logo. But I mean, this is a good logo actually. I like the effect here. But my voice though, damn, do I hate how I try to sound cool. I thought this is what cool people sounded like. I don't know what's up.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody. Like I tried to make my voice lower. This is okay. I can't do this for the whole video.
It's your friend True Green 7.
We'd be here for a long time.
I just thought that my ideal first Pokemon video would present my top 10 favorite
I still
Pokemon.
do the echo.
Considering how you really get to know a person by his choice of Poké Monsters, I believe that it would be a good method of revealing my true character.
I gotta tell, like, I did not know how to narrate. I didn't know how to narrate even a year ago. My narration style changes. Like, back then I would narrate like, hey guys, True Green 7 here. I'll just say what I said here. What did I say here?
You really get to know a person by his choice of Poké Monsters. I believe that it would be a good method of revealing my true character.
I believe it would be a good method of showing my true character. That was how I narrated. Now it would be like, I believe this would be a cool method to show my new character. I just talk like a normal person. I'll talk like a normal person nowadays. Back then, oh my god, I want to kill myself.
And maybe some mind-blowing personal secrets. Now my favorite Pokemon
That was
are
a
based
joke,
on
but that was a
design,
pun.
appeal, and my personal experiences. And since X and Y very recently
Did I say
came
experiences
out,
twice
I'm pretty much
in
the
the
first person
10
to
seconds?
have Gen 6 Pokemon in my top 10 video. Although you may
Nowadays,
not
I
agree
try
with
to
my
avoid that.
opinions, it is safe to assume that you fans think that Pokemon is the Shinx. Now let's...
I still use occasionally in my real life Shinx instead of the actual word, but then Supreme Arcanine apparently does that, so I started to stop doing that.
Fans think that Pokemon is the Shinx. Now let's fly right into it.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore, like where I say something and then I show some audio from the original video that I took. I should do that more often.
Number 10.
Oh, the intros.
Wooper. That's right.
Wooper is not in my...
Wooper has always been the cutest
I don't know if it's in my
Pokemon
top
ever.
10 anymore.
And since Joltik
I put it because I just really wanted to talk about
two
Wooper.
Pokemon have always
But,
been equally cute in my opinion.
I still love
But
Wooper,
I'm
obviously.
highly
Still
arachnophobic, and I did not
really
want
cute
to
to
give the
me.
glory to any spider. So I thought long and hard and realized why
That was a
Wooper
joke, by the
should
way.
get a spot on my list. I mean, look at that face. It's cuter than a baby. And in the anime, they accompanied that face with an even cuter voice.
You see, I cut to the audio of the actual video that I put. I never do that anymore. Maybe I should. I don't know. Comment below if you think I should do that.
Not to mention, Whooper was the original Mudkip, both of which are based off this thing. I understand
guess I did way more
Swampert is
sound
pretty
effects than I
sick
remember.
And Quagsire is a lazy evolution of Whooper, but if you ask me, hey Ron, you like Mudkips? I'd be like, no, I like Whoopers.
Oh my god. I don't actually. A lot of people in the comments, even to this day, think I hate Mudkip because of this. I didn't know back then the power of one sentence. I didn't know that me saying something means that people are going to actually take me seriously. I love Mudkips, by the way. So, I regret saying this. I want to take this video down, but it's a nice history.
Why are you talking to me?
It's also a little mean.
Torterra.
I used to do the sound effects of the Pokemon
I've been
too.
known to pick the grass type starter in almost every game that I've played. You know, because I'm all about beauty. But
I'm trying to make a joke. That was my idea of a joke back then, because I'm all about beauty. That's not funny.
when Generation 4 barged in, I prayed to Arceus that
Oh, that's before I had a pop filter. I recorded this on an iPhone. I forgot that. I got this mic. My third video. That's when I first used it.
Sinnoh would be as awesome as the last. And it pretty much was. Torterra, aka the continent Pokemon, you know, like Groudon, was able to defeat fire types with its Earthquake. Problem was that he was the slowest fully evolved starter ever.
Problem was he was the slowest fully evolved starter ever. That's how I talked. Nowadays it would be like, Problem is he's you see, that's actually a thing that happens when I'm recording. I have to say my lines like 30 times. I'm gonna probably release that once. I left one of my recordings. I took out all the bloopers. Usually I delete all the bloopers, but for one recording I didn't, and I'm gonna release that somewhere. Maybe on SoundCloud, post it on Twitter, follow me on Twitter if you want that. But damn, I just would say everything differently here.
I mean, I had to give my Torterra a Quick Claw just so it could attack.
I like that joke. That's a funny joke. It's a nice. That's like my first visual comedy. In this video, there's not a lot of visual comedy except for this.
Burst every once in a while.
Now I'm all about
Compared
visual
to him,
comedy.
Venusaur was Speedy Gonzalez,
Why'd I say it
both
like
in size
that?
and speed.
Damn.
Number 8. Talonflame.
That's good music.
When Talonflame was revealed early on this summer, I could not shut up about how awesome its name was. I mean, Talon,
And-
Flame. You think it
I wasn't being sarcastic. I actually used to think that Talonflame was a cool. It's still a cool name, but like everybody hates that name. They think it's too simple. It's like too literal. Talonflame. I don't know. I like it.
wouldn't work, but it totally does. That's why I put it on my Pokemon X Partey.
That was a joke to me. Partey. That's a funny thing to say. Why would I think that's funny?
The regional bird Pokemon of Kalos has a hot appearance. Too bad I had to take out my Talonflame so I could have a Mega Charizard X on my team. Don't judge me. You would do the same thing. Lucky number 7.
Since back then I recorded on an iPhone, each recording each entry sounds a little different because depending on where I would hold it like this, the iPhone to my mouth, and depending on where I was, sometimes I would be recording while walking around. It's just each entry sounds different because the iPhone was placed in a different length from my mouth. I don't know.
Alligator. This big giant Pokemon was the first and so far only
This is
starter
again
with
also
no
before
typing.
I knew about easing, and which is when you make the animation instead of linear. I'm not gonna explain animation to you guys. Damn it.
That wasn't a grass type starter, which is saying something. Some of the most appealing Pokemon are the ones that are the Pokémonster versions of real world animals. Even better is a freaking alligator that walks on 2 legs. What's more badass than
I realized not a few weeks ago, like a few months ago, that I shouldn't be replacing the F word with freaking. It just doesn't sound right. I don't say freaking anymore because it just, in videos, because it just doesn't sound good.
that? And that.
The butt joke.
Alligator is a perfect example of a partner that always has your back.
I put this before I was releasing my my design video, my top 10 design video, because I thought anybody who's watching this, they'll know that I'm gonna make more videos. Little did they know that I would make a lot more videos. Let's just exit this out.
A pure water type Pokemon that learns an ice type attack by leveling up? Check. Opposable thumbs? Check. The only Pokemon missing a letter due to a character limit? Check.
Why did I think that was fun? Check. I'm sorry. I don't understand anybody who subscribed to me after seeing this video. I don't understand.
Number 6. Nidoking. Possibly the best designed Pokemon in Generation 1 is the King of the Nidos.
Oh, there's an editing
With a
mistake
region
there.
full of poison type, possibly the best designed Pokemon in Generation 1 is the
Oh, whatever. It's
King of the
something that I would only notice.
With a region full of poison types, it makes sense that Nidoking would rule all of Kanto. I could totally imagine one of these roaming in the wild, except that would be a pretty
good
scary
painting.
reality. With poison points.
This is
in
before I made my
Earthquake,
custom
Nidoking
backgrounds,
gets
moving
one of the
backgrounds,
best
so
abilities and stab for one of the best attacks. Plus, I'm loving the purple, gray, and teal color scheme.
I do love
It'd be a fool not to
Nidoking.
get yourself a male Nidoran early on in available games, unless you have leaf green or blue version, which have a 1% chance of wild encounter. And that pretty much sucks Pokeballs.
Ha! I used to, instead of saying suck balls, I used to say Pokeballs. It's not funny. Damn, the nest ball's a good looking ball. That's the nest ball. That's the net ball. So what's the nest ball? This is the net ball, right? It has a net. It's the net ball. Then what's the nest ball? Is this the nest ball? I don't care. I don't care enough.
Number 5.
Oh, this is back. I mean, I still do that when I try to do a menacing voice, but here I just did not pull it off well.
Rayquaza.
I was like, Rayquaza, instead of Rayquaza. Well, that's good. I don't know how. I don't usually. The mic is usually wake. I usually talk like this when I'm recording, but damn. Oh yeah, I was letting the music play because it was pretty epic music. And this is before ORAS came out, so I didn't know how good Omega Ruby's version was gonna be. But yeah, I was just letting the music play. I wasn't talking. I don't do that anymore unless it's in a music video.
The master of the Weather Trio is also one of the masters of all legendaries.
Here's the thing though, I'm trying to sound like a narrator, so I'm trying to sound cool in this one, just to make Rayquaza sound menacing. But I'm not pulling it off because all I'm doing is just not speaking with any tone. I'm like, instead of look at Rayquaza, he's pretty cool, I would be like, look at Rayquaza, he's pretty cool. That doesn't sound good. You should be like, look at Rayquaza, he's very cool. At least I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a train wreck here.
It protects the Earth by living in the ozone layer, killing any foe, Deoxys, that threatens the world of Pokemon. Its ability, Airlock, stops weather effects. Its sleek, green design has been worshipped by Hoenn fans for a decade.
I don't put Pokemon on black backgrounds anymore. Which is good. Like, sometimes it looks cool. This looks cool enough. But yeah, I try to have something moving always, whether it be the background or the Pokemon.
Hoenn fans for a decade, and its battle music, possibly.
See, I
the
just
best
didn't have a
of
background.
all.
I didn't make myself a background back then, so I just put black in the background. It matches here because this is supposed to look scary, but
Has left every player intimidated. Rayquaza is a true
yeah,
legendary.
none of these
Pokemon
have a background.
and cannot be left out of any list.
I like that part. I actually like that. I should do more of that.
Number 4.
Another thing you notice is that the background's different. Obviously the background's, but each entry the background's a little different. Should I do that nowadays? Nah, because I feel like the Pokeball that I have, the green Pokeball with the shining around it, that's nice. I like that. I like that.
Archeops. I believe Archeops is
That was
the
a
most
cool
underrated
effect. I don't have
Pokemon.
that transition
Not
anymore.
only
I use a
is
different
this
program
prehistoric
back
beast
then.
the strongest fossil Pokemon, but it also has killer stats and the most beautiful feathers in the Pokemon Kingdom.
See, so I did have a
The majestic
background. It's a terrible background though. It's very boring.
Archeops is so overpowered that his ability, Defeatus, halves the Pokemon's attack and special attack stat.
I think
with
Archeops
EQ
would
down.
have.
That's why when
He's not
I
in my
battle,
top
I
4
take my fast
anymore.
Archeops first and start sweeping with the numerous attacks it can learn.
Because
If I
this was
didn't,
right. This
my
is right
Archeops would
after
literally give up.
Gen
But it's
5, so I
worth
really
it,
liked
Because
Archeops.
getting the Archeops in black and white is the best favor you will ever do for your team. Your Pokemon will literally jump out of the game and give you hugs.
Trying to see how would that. Is that just a bad joke, or how would I be able to revive that joke nowadays? Your Pokemon would jump out of their game and give you hugs. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it's not a funny joke. None of these jokes are funny. I'm trying to find a redeeming joke.
Number 3.
This is a terrible
Scyther.
background. I like it a little bit, but it's nah.
There is one Bug-type Pokemon that I love without a doubt, and that's my boy in green, Scyther. This Pokemon was so popular in Generation 1 that Game Freak decided to give it an evolution. Only problem was that his stats were too high, and they couldn't possibly increase his stats upon evolution, so they gave Scizor Scyther's base stat total and just made him slower.
So they gave that's a terrible way of narrating. So they gave Scizor Scyther's base stat total and made him faster. Nowadays I would be like, so they gave Scizor. See, that's why I need a script while I'm recording. I just can't memorize lines for some reason. So for anybody who has to memorize lines, lucky for them. Not lucky. Good job. You guys are good at memorizing lines. I'm terrible at it. But nowadays it would be like, so they gave Scizor Scyther's base stat. So they gave Scizor Scyther's base stat total and just made him slower. See, that sounds nice. Instead of, so they gave Scizor Scyther's base stat total and made him slower.
All the more reason not to evolve your Scyther. Scizor is cool and all, but what's under the metal coat? It's Scyther, one of the only Pokemon that deserve.
Caesar's cool and all, but what's under its metal coat? Scyther.
The hype it gets. What it doesn't deserve, those accursed scythe hands. Each day is worse than the last when you have blades for hands.
My voice just sounds low, and that's not how my voice was higher back then because I was younger. I was purposely trying to do a low voice.
You know a Pokemon is freaking majestic when its species name is the legendary Pokemon. In my opinion, Arcanine is the hottest Pokemon in Kanto. Literally. But no.
Literally.
Arcanine is so amazing that everything about it is over-exaggerated. The Pokédex says it can run over 250 miles per hour.
So why didn't I put a background here?
Its magnificent bark conveys.
See, this is an example of something I would never do nowadays. Just nothing moving for like more than 5 seconds.
Sense of majesty. Anyone hearing it
At least the
can't help
text
but
should be
grovel
moving a little
before
bit.
it. Whoa.
What was that? What was that joke? That was a joke?
Hour. Magnificent bark conveys a sense of majesty. Anyone hearing it
That was a terrible accent, by the way.
can't help but grovel before it. Whoa.
Oh, that made sense, but it's not funny. Because I said it's magnificent bark. Anybody would grovel before it after hearing its bark, and I put its cry, and then I was like, whoa. But no, that's not funny.
I have an Arcanine in Fire Red, and I waited until level 49 to evolve it from a Growlithe, so I could have both Flamethrower and Extreme Speed. The thought of having an Arcanine is invigorating. Maybe it's because I wish I had a dog. I got to say that if I could have 2 Pokemon in real life, I'd choose Arcanine and my #1 favorite Pokemon.
And
Number 1.
the music is really
My
loud for this
all-time
one.
favorite Pokemon is
You can't hear my voice.
Sceptile.
I'll lower it just a little bit.
It's not a surprise considering people usually get attached to their very first Pokemon. Plus my absolute favorite color
Hype for
is
Mega
green.
Set. Yeah!
Sceptile has a
This is
whole lot
before
of-
Omega Ruby was released. It's funny.
There's a Sceptile action figure on my desk as I speak.
Oh, it's a different desk. That was back when I had lived with my brother.
Sceptile's the king of the forest, Hoenn, and all grass-type starters. Until recently, it was the only final grass-type starter evolution that stood up, proving its superiority. Sceptile is the fastest non-legendary grass-type, and its admirable special attack allows it to hit first and hit hard.
I was actually
No
really
wonder-
angry when Greninja was introduced, and turns out he was faster than Sceptile by 2, and now Sceptile's not the fastest starter. So annoying.
Sceptile is overused in competitive battling. Even Ash's top 3 consists of his Pikachu, Charizard, and Sceptile. I'm honored to be a Sceptile fan, and I hope you
Why do I sound like that?
and Sceptile. I'm honored to be a Sceptile fan.
I'm honored to be a Sceptile fan. I'm honored to be a Sceptile fan. That's how I sounded. I'm honored to be a Sceptile fan. That's how I would sound like nowadays. Ah!
And I hope you guys appreciate him as much as I do. Well, that's it. Please like and subscribe for what is set to become a great
yeah, that's when
channel.
I used to
Comment on
credit the
bottom to
people
suggest any
in the
top
video.
10 Pokemon
That's the
video
only
you
video I
would like
did
me to
that.
make.
But that's because I was
I would
scared
really
people
like
would
to hear
just
what
like
you want to see soon.
claim
I hope
their
the hard work
art.
that went into
No,
making
it's,
this
it's
video
enough in
pays
the
off.
description.
See you later.
Damn, and this is this drawing. Oh my god, I hate this drawing so much. This is when I didn't know how to draw on digital. This is the thumbnail. This isn't the thumbnail of the video. I don't know if I want to change it just because of nostalgia, but it's a terrible drawing. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video, cause I didn't. It really shows that old videos you really thought that they were good at the time. The video that I just made last week, probably in 2 years I'm gonna hate it. Hopefully, I hope that happens, because that means that I would evolve, and you really should be able to critique your old videos. If not, that means you're not changing, you're not getting better. So I hope you guys appreciate the fact that I try to get better constantly, and I take constructive criticism all the time. If you're rude, I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna slap you in the face, I'm gonna find your house, gonna kill you. But if you're nice about it, compliment a person before you give constructive criticism. It's rude to be like, I don't like your content. Here's reasons why, even if it's valid reasons. So the only reason to give constructive criticism is to someone who you care about or you want to change. And if you see no redeeming qualities, why would you give constructive criticism? I mean, you can be a nice person, but so be a nice person in the comment section too, when you are giving constructive criticism. Whatever, I don't know, this is not gonna be a rant. I just hate this video. Please don't watch it. Watch my new video. Watch my top 10, my top favorite Pokemon of each type. That one's decent. You see, even a video from a month ago I don't like. I just thought that video has less editing than I wish it did. Unless I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, so I know if I should make more, because it's really helpful if it's a video that isn't something that I usually do. So like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't. I don't know why this would be the first video that would lead you to subscribe to my channel. People are weird, and you can tell that by watching this video. I was a weird person. I did not know how to narrate. I still may not know how to narrate, and we're gonna find out in a few years when we look back at this video. Because that would be funny. It'll be a reactception. Me reacting to me reacting. Bye, guys!